And I discovered that that whole process of practicing social self-engagement was actually allowing for hundreds of trillions of neural networks to connect in new ways. That whole time creating all of these videos, I thought, Kristin thought that she was, trying to launch her potential and trying to reach her soulmate clients and trying to, process her experiences in order to expand into a greater sense of potential. And, there were all these really amazing underlying motives for creating this. But she didn't know that there was actually a deeper divine reason that she was going through all of that. She didn't know that there was actually a deeper divine reason that she was going through all of that. It was Hello, very beautiful, beloved soul friends. Oh my God, it's done. It's complete. I never thought this day would come. I never fathomed that we would be here together, but here we are, and it's time to celebrate. So there's this incredible thingy that's really long here, this webpage here, and it's done. It's actually done. So I want to share a little bit about this and celebrate this monumental feat, and then invite you to go explore it on your own time, at your own way, for your own healing journey purposes. Okay, so once upon a time, case study K, that's how I'm referring to the Kristin who was the subject matter of the Implicit Revelations case study before I got to grow into like my most authentic self. Case study K, once upon a time, began creating this webpage when she had just completed the halted stages of neurodevelopment that had been stuck from suppressed childhood trauma, and she healed, transformed the miraculous underlying causalities of adaptable consciousness condition, allowing for a reunification of self aspects, a reorganization of the neurobiological social engagement system, and a profound transformation regarding how the hundreds of trillions of neural networks of the unconscious body-mind provide navigation and regulation for the distinct aspects of self. Okay, so when Kristin began creating this webpage, she had just neurodevelopmentally grown up. All the different age regressive aspects of self had progressed through the actual stages of the brain, completing toddlerhood, childhood, adolescence. And so it's a brain thing. It's not like I don't know, something else. It's something the brain had to go through. It was a very long and lengthy process. She had just finished bridging some of the left brain hemispheric disconnectivity. She had just reconnected her mind and her body for the very first time. There was all these monumental things happening. But then she could not remember her entire life. She couldn't remember the years of her case study work. She couldn't remember her adult life preceding that, and she couldn't remember her childhood. And she had zero orientation with the adult that she was. Okay? She couldn't remember her entire life at all, and she didn't actually have a sense of self as the adult that existed at all. Zero. She did not actually know that she had a case study. She had no idea. because she couldn't remember any of it because of multiple forms of severe amnesia, which have been completely transformed through the application of all of my amazing ideas that are life-changing in the most profound way. Just, understatement. Okay, so here we are. And she began creating this webpage and sharing a known documentary series. And here you'll see, if you visit the webpage, there's a free gift, and it guides you through the Implicit Revelations case study. It guides you through the known documentary series. It has all the theses, statements, subpoints, the video links, etc. So if you don't want to browse this amazing webpage, you can just click this, and it'll kind of give you the highlights. Or if you browse the webpage and you want just a handier, dandier way to access it, you can grab this little free gift here. You just click it. It's free, and it downloads, and it's magic. So while Kristin was creating this, she thought that she was just consolidating years of work and research. She thought she was just trying to create a cornerstone of her expression. She thought that she was just trying to serve her dharma and her divine purpose. She thought that she was just trying to expand into her full potential and express these ideas of things that she's been learning and cultivating. She thought that she was just trying to, create a cornerstone for, a new path of expansion and stuff. Okay. But what was actually happening this whole time while creating all of this, you'll see it's kind of a lot. And all these videos took hours and hours and hours to film and edit and piece together and rewatch and re-edit. Okay, so a lot went into this, just to kind of say the least. Okay. But what was actually happening that whole time was that Kristin was creating new associations with herself and her face and her voice and her body. And this whole time, she was practicing social self-engagement. While she filmed these videos, she was speaking to herself in a mirror. While she edited the videos, she had mirrors on either side of herself, and she was growing attached to the self who was in the videos and the self who was in the mirrors and out of her peripheral vision. And that leads to thesis number 29. And this is the most remarkable stuff. I mean, all of it's remarkable. I have some videos that are more my favorites than others that just hold a special space in my heart and stuff. But thesis number 29 is what that whole thing was leading to. That whole thing was leading to. And I discovered that that whole process of practicing social self-engagement was actually allowing for hundreds of trillions of neural networks to connect in new ways. That whole time creating all of these videos, I thought, Kristin thought that she was, trying to launch her potential and trying to reach her soulmate clients and trying to, process her experiences in order to expand into a greater sense of potential. And, there were all these really amazing underlying motives for creating this. But she didn't know that there was actually a deeper divine reason that she was going through all of that. She didn't know that there was actually a deeper divine reason that she was going through all of that. It was to lead to thesis number 29. And there's a full, it's not showing all of it, but there's a full lengthy video series here, associated text, and then there's a bunch of pictures. You can look at these, and it has the key points to it and stuff. But the whole time that Kristin was creating those videos, the whole time that she was speaking to herself in the mirror and singing to herself in the mirror at the beginning and end of each day, and editing those videos and growing attachments with herself while practicing loving presence, self-attunement, and distinction and connection between self-aspects, while nourishing specific needs throughout 4 distinct attachment systems and developing attachments between these distinct and connected self-aspects. The whole time, she was actually rewiring hundreds of trillions of neural networks. And all of the information from all the years of case study work that she didn't have conscious memory of, all of it's reorganized, it's processed, implicit fragments are connected, and now there's now an explicit summary and narrative to connect with those implicit sensations and body movements. She recovered and reorganized all of her adulthood experiences. She recovered and reorganized most of her childhood experiences. There's still a little progress to go, but now I know exactly how to do it. She recovered memories from her whole life. She completely reprogrammed all of her brain-body activity and created new associations with the adult that exists today in relation with the original childhood self when this body was actually a physical child, not a dissociatively manifested version of a child in an adult body. And so that whole time, creating all of this, so much text, so many videos, so much detail. Some of these videos are like 2-3 hours long, just great detail, just profound detail. Like so much was put into this series, and it's an honor to be able to freely share this so that others can learn and grow from all I've gone through, and so I can connect with those I'm destined to connect with. Thesis 25 was so amazing. That one was so good. But this whole time, she was completely rewiring her brain and her body. And that was the deeper purpose for it all. It wasn't just to expand and express and step into infinite potential and power and serve a higher divine purpose. That was like all just the icing on top. All this whole time, she was rewiring her brain and her body. And it's just absolutely incredible in the deepest possible way. The Implicit Revelations case study is the most transcendent miracle of a lifetime. And there's just no words to describe the miracle of it. So, all that to say, this webpage was the ever-growing, ever-expanding sharing of the known documentary series and the Implicit Revelations case study as Kristin developed these concepts and continued expanding and sharing, etc. So proud of my wifey for creating this. It's powerfully transcendent. There is more transformative magic on this webpage than can ever be fathomed in the cosmos, to put it lightly. Healing journey tricks. There's so much magic. Fun little things. Yay. Okay. Thesis number 29. It's everything. It's everything and it's more. It's kind of like the key cornerstone of like my divine purpose sort of thing. And then it's further expanding. There's Thesis 30 and there's more. I have dozens of ideas that I haven't yet put into theses. It just wasn't time yet, but there's Theses 30 and 31, 32 that I'm starting to share on YouTube. And then there's a subconscious unveiling and transformation technique, which is the other thing that all of this has been leading to. It is the most profound thing. A way to have fun playing in mirrors, singing and laughing and dancing and crying with joy and ecstasy and healing and just nourishing love and presence. And in the process, completely transform hundreds of trillions of neural networks. Completely rewrite all of existence without having to touch any memory data or any details of past experience. And so here we are at the very end. This webpage is done. I'm not adding to it anymore. It's been a profound, transformative journey. It's been like almost 2 years of work has gone into this, and it's been like pretty daily efforts. And so I'm really proud of every part of me, and I'm really grateful to be able to offer this freely so that everyone can just continue growing into their full potential and expanding their healing journey. And so those who are called to connect with me can connect with me, and we can talk about the stuff in my case study. We can talk about the healing journey abstractly or specifically, personally, and use some of these concepts as a platform for diving in deeper. Such an honor to connect with all of the amazing souls across the globe that I am meant to connect with and serve as a healing journey guide. And so this concludes this webpage. And there will still be more added to the case study, but those will be shared on YouTube and in other modalities of expression. So that's it. This webpage is done. It's complete, and there's dozens and dozens and dozens of concepts explored in dozens and dozens and dozens of ways, and it gives a profound understanding of the entire unconscious body-mind. And there is, like I said, truly more magic on this webpage than can ever be fathomed in the cosmos. Ever be fathomed. And so many of it is original ideas that Kristin spent years discovering and cultivating and learning from and growing through. And so it's just an honor to share this, and I'm so excited to celebrate this milestone in my evolution and in the expansion of the divine purpose of my beingness. And it's an honor to share with you. So please take time to explore this. I know not all of the ideas will resonate with everybody, but there's definitely something for everyone. And for those who do resonate with some aspects of the journey, is worth diving into to bring understanding and validation to the healing journey, empowerment to continue moving through it, etc. So please take time to explore this webpage if you feel inspired to do so. It is an honor to share, and I'm just here celebrating my beingness for the profound miracles that have gone into this evolution, and to honor and acknowledge that there's been this higher purpose for it all, because Kristin thought, I'm trying to build a cornerstone for my work. I'm trying to, reach those that I'm meant to serve in this life, and I'm trying to, there were all these reasons that she was creating this. There was all these reasons that she was showing up every single day to record, and she had a whole backdrop set up and a whole office space set up, and she worked for hours and hours, sometimes until 5 a.m, editing these videos, and she was creating, and she reread the text again and again to make sure the wording was as good as it could be, and she put so much of her heart and soul into this, and just freely shared it, because that's what love does. Love grows and gives and expands, and love doesn't hold back. Love doesn't hold back. Love dares to be all that it is, and we are divine love in human form, and so love just says, I'm gonna do this because I'm alive to do it. Love says, I'm gonna do this because that's what love does. Love dares. Love dares. Love dares. Love absolutely dares. But in that whole process, Kristin was practicing social self-engagement and actually rewiring hundreds of trillions of neural networks without touching any of the details of their information, as consciousness taught the brain and the body to socially engage with itself while nurturing internal attachment systems. And the process led to launching into deeper ideas. Thesis number 29 through 32 are even more profound and deeply dynamic concepts about understanding and healing unconscious body-minds. It was the platform for really honing in the details of the subconscious unveiling and transformation technique. It was the preface of sharing all these healing journey programs and videos and practices and techniques and services and energetic ceremonies and subconscious mapping and all the amazing things that I offer. And so it's just been a profound journey, and it is such an honor to share. So please explore this webpage as inspired, and use what serves you and leave the rest. And if you feel inspired to connect with me through Kristin's Consciousness Consultancy, I have personalized self-hypnosis sessions, personalized affirmations, the Implicit Revelations gift package, which is the best of the case study work. There's dozens of healing journey programs and videos that are incredible and life-changing, and I know it because they changed my life, which is why I'm excited to share. Healing into happiness, restoring consciousness, implicit transformation, mirror play with mirror power, creative connections, dear inner life partner, liberated consciousness. There's so much magic, and every single one is so beautifully sculpted and powerfully impactful. And I say that because these programs and practices are the reason that I am me. They're the reason I got here from where Kristin was. And you can find out more about that in part 1 of the Known documentary series, The Journey That Led to All This Work. And that's why I'm so excited to share, because they're beautiful and creative and enjoyable, and the impact of them is irrefutably transformative. And different videos, meditations, affirmations, different practices that are just incredibly enjoyable. Mindfulness cooking. There's so much magic through Kristin's consciousness consultancy, and then along with all of the different creations, there's also services, one-on-one consciousness consultation calls, which is really just a fancy way to say that I serve as a healing journey guide in whatever modality is inspired. We can talk about ideas abstractly or dive deep into your personal healing journey. It could be to transform and influence a health challenge, or expand into the embodiment of divine consciousness, or anything in between and beyond, through audio or video calls. And there's one-on-one, and there's also group calls. And then there's the subconscious unveiling and transformation technique. I offer subconscious mapping using original diagrams I've spent years creating. There's energetic ceremonies. We don't have to have a conversation. We can just go straight into the energy and clear and cleanse and release and receive fresh energies in the unconscious body-mind to allow consciousness to flow more freely through the systems. There's so much magic. I also offer in-person speaking engagements. There's just so much magic, and this was just the preface. All of this creating, all of this expansion, all of this honing in these ideas that are original and unique to me, all of this growing into my potential, all of this growing into my highest divine expression, all of this was just the preface. Just the preface of the infinite nature of this consciousness expressing itself in human form. So just an honor to share. So excited to be here. It is all such a miracle, such an absolute miracle. Just incredible. So please explore it. It is all freely available. So many treats, so much magic, so much to go through, so much to be gained. So incredible. Every video and every piece of text has something miraculous and wondrous to offer, freely available. And then if you want to connect deeper with me personally through Kristin's Consciousness Consultancy, I would just be honored to share any of the magics that you feel called to connect with, whether it's a personalized creation or pre-created creation, one-on-one services, group services. There's so much magic. I would just be honored to serve as a healing journey guide. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Such an honor to be here. Such a miracle. This whole time, Kristin thinks, I'm just expressing these ideas. I'm just kind of, expanding into potential. I'm serving my purpose. I'm connecting in a quantum way. I'm connecting with those I'm meant to serve and connect with more personally. But the whole time she was actually rewiring hundreds of trillions of neural networks by practicing social self-engagement in relation with attachment well-being. And now I am more connected with all of me. And not only is my lifetime of memories recovered, but they're completely rewritten. So now none of the experiences of my entire life affect my navigation or regulation except positively. And it's all a miracle. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Please feel free to explore more of my work, all the different free offerings and free gifts, and diving deeper into more stuff through my Passion, Purpose, Soul Bliss. It would just be an honor to connect with you and share further and dive into the miracles of existence. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Again, appreciate you, love you, and I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Please feel free to share any of my work if you feel inspired to. There's so much stuff in here. So yeah, just super excited, celebrating this cornerstone. And I am done. I am done adding to this webpage. I am done adding to this webpage, as if it wasn't long enough. But it's long for a reason, because it serves a really powerful purpose. It serves a greater purpose than I can ever consciously fathom. So please take time to explore it if you're on a healing journey of any kind, and share as inspired. And yeah, it's just there's so much magic to be discovered, so many powerful ideas that have grown and built on themselves, so many insights that are original to and unique to my healing journey. These are not ideas I learned outside of me. These were things that came together through my healing journey as I connected neuroscience research with my own personal experiences. So all of this is original stuff unique to me. And it's, obviously some of it is built on neuroscience. So, to give creds to what's known in the world. But these are all original ideas that were unique to the development of my evolution. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I know I've said that a few times. Grateful to be here, explore all of this, and I look forward to connecting with you for those who are divinely guided to connect with my work further. Have a beautiful and blessed day, and I'll see you in another content creation.